Right, the 2024 Dalby Australian Stock Horse Sale and Campdraft is here. President Rick Young joins me. Hello, mate.
Morning, welcome Paul, welcome to Dalby.
This is huge. I wasn't sure what to expect. This is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big event. It's a great event. We've been here nearly for 3 weeks now, setting things up. We had 200 mil of rain. We've been pumping water for 3 days, but it is a really amazing event, and a lot of work goes into it. But great to see so many people here. Probably the most people I've ever seen here, so that's great.
These events don't happen without assistance, and you've got a great committee behind you of people working tirelessly to make sure it all runs seamlessly.
Yeah, Paul, we're very fortunate. One of the best committees I've ever seen. We probably 40 people, 50 people at times. They've been here for a week now, doing all sorts of things. They're right into the middle of the action over there, all having fun and having a great time. So if you see our committee around, say thanks to them, and they're very appreciative of that.
It's actually a big thing because it is a thankless job, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, but we know that we do it for right reasons. People get to know each other, have a bit of fun. When we go to camp drafts or any event around the place, we'll pull up together and it's great.
And you do have a little bit of banter. I've known that for a chinchilla, so there's no problems there. This is a sale and a camp draft, but it's also a celebration this year. It's unique because you're celebrating 50 years, and there's a great little memorial being set up over there. You're going to tell me the lady's name because I've forgotten her name already. But great little memorial. We encourage people to come and have a look at it because the lady has done that all off her own bat.
Yeah, Liz Kirkby's done a memorial lane over there, and she's given a lot of time and effort into that. There's 50 years of history with the sale and that over there, but you know, the sale is an enormous event, and it started in '74. And there's some records in '76. I had a look at those records, and I think they averaged about $700 or $800, and there was 30 horses. I think the sale made something like 36,000. Over the 50 years now, this year there's 330 horses. Last year we grossed $5 million or more. The average was something like 22,000. So that's how it's grown over the time. And one of the really interesting things I've done is that I got the council to do an economic benefit to the region.
I was going to ask.
Yeah. And so over the 50 years we've sold $52 million worth of horses, and we've bought $93 million into the community. But what I wanted to talk about is that, you know, I didn't do that, and the bloke before me didn't do that, and the bloke before him didn't do that. It started 50 years ago with a small group of people, and what an amazing thing that they started, the foresight they had. It's just turned into an incredible event, and this 50th has brought people out of the woodwork that haven't been here for years and years. We've been parking people for 3 days, and we are out of room. So how amazing is that? And that started with a few blokes sitting around a long time ago.
It's an amazing sport, camp drafting. I'm not a novice at it anymore. I'll happily say that, but I am still very green to it, and it is an amazing sport. One, you said there before about the people and the banter and the family, but the history is something so many camp draft people are so big on and cherishing. And you know, when you celebrate 50 years, it is a major achievement. The fact that people are coming from everywhere to come to it, that signifies what you have. And if you're watching this and you are just a camp drafter and you just think you're here camp drafting, no, you're not. You're part of a much bigger organisation, if you like, bigger group of people.
Yeah, and like stock horse people, very passionate about their breed, and rightly so. Incredible breed of horse, and we're happy to support that. Darling Bounds branch is a big branch, but back to Liz Kirkby over there has done. It'd be really good. Everybody go and have a look through memory lane there. It's a fantastic thing. On Friday night, Angus Lane is interviewing people about the history of the sale, but there'll be a lot of people talking about all the little things that have been done in 50 years. And it's really, really amazing stuff. Yep.
We will get on to basically the fixture and how it's all going to work. There's a couple of important parts. We've got to make sure people know the messaging on and that with breaks and things along those lines. But the trade displays here as well. If you are on site or if you are coming, patronise them as well, because I mean they're here to try and sell their product. But it's a win-win for everyone if people buy stuff off them.
Yeah. So we're supported by a whole. Yeah. We have a lot of sponsors. We have there's 63 or 4 trade sites this year, which is the most we've ever seen. We have the most noms we've ever seen in the sale. We've had the most camp draft noms we've ever seen. We have the most trade sites we've ever ever seen. But if you are around and really look after our sponsors, look after our trade sites, and have a great time.
It's important because then you build a bigger event, and that's what you guys are trying to do. You're not stopping at 50, you're going to keep going, so there's no worries there.
Yeah, this is just the start of it.
I get the program in front of me because there is a lot going on. We've obviously started the camp draft at the minute. We've got the first round of the novice underway. There's going to be a break at about 2 o'clock just for the heat policy because it's muggy. It's not unbearable, but it is a bit muggy.
No, Dalby's a bit like that. It's either very hot or very wet.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Well, at least it's dry, that's for sure.
Yep.
Kicks back on it after 4 with the novice and then the rising stars that will go through till a little while into the night.
Yeah, that'll take us into sort of 7 o'clock tonight. Tonight's a bit easier and a bit steadier, and things kick into gear later on.
Yep. So we start off Thursday morning. Now, this is one where there's a bit of important information. 5 o'clock tomorrow, the first round of the Open.
Yes.
Now, there will be limited broadcasting, obviously, because of the people that live nearby, so people need to be aware of that. I know I've heard that a couple of times. So if you are watching this and you're in the Open, just check up on your numbers. There's not going to be a lot of stuff going across the microphone, I think, until about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I think it's about 7 o'clock. So that first couple of hours will be fairly quiet, but there's a radio station which we've advertised. You can tune into that.
Again now.
I think it's 95.1, I better check.
Yep.
So, but there's a radio station, you can go into that. But we will be keeping noise down until 7 o'clock. Yep.
And that's respectful.
Yep.
Big day tomorrow. So what do we got to look forward to then tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we kick off at 5 o'clock with the Open, and then we go into the 5 and under challenge wet work part of that. There's 3 sections of that, and then we go into the aged champions, into the 6 and over horses. While that's sort of kicking on, we'll move in under the shed, and we'll go into the dry work of the 5 and under challenge, and then so outside here we'll stop between sort of 2 and 4, but underneath the shed we'll be having the 2 sections of the 5 and under, and then we'll go into the gelding that afternoon at 4 o'clock, and then the Ray White meet and greet, so everyone go up there and have a beer with the Ray White guys and say g'day.
In the bar area and everything's open as well.
Yep, Thursday night it starts.
Make sure that. Saturday things start to kick off. As I said, it is a camp draft, but it is also a sale, so there's plenty happening with both of those. And so those, again, same things start happening. You were saying there before about basically the horses get put on show from 6 a.m?
Yeah, so inspections start at 6, so everybody's got to have their horse inspected, but the actual parading of those horses and the we'll start at 7 o'clock and get a few minutes just to work a cow. And we'll do from lots 1 to 270 tomorrow. And at about 4 o'clock, we'll kick into all the finals of the camp draft.
Yep. And they'll go through. And then you've got live entertainment on, well, you've got Friday and Saturday night. You've got live entertainment on both nights.
Yeah, so Friday night at 7 o'clock upstairs, we'll have Angus Lane interviewing people about the sale history. And then we'll kick into a big night. We'll have Riley Young opening, and then we'll have international guest coming over, Nick Walker. He's based in Nashville, and he's very, very popular over there, so that'll be a really big night.
And then there's a couple other little things happening there as well. Want to make sure with the sales, it's 1 to 270 will be on the Friday, and then Saturday, this is for the pre-works, 271 through to 330. So big couple of days, people need to be aware of that. And if you are looking at a horse and you want to look at a horse, make sure you're aware of the lot numbers, especially towards the end. It's always a bit tricky if you're lot 271 or lot 270 because people don't hang around or they miss you.
Yeah, so that's a good point. We won't have a lot of time for people just to poke around and look at horses this year. It'll be all non-stop. And so, yeah, if you're thinking of looking for a horse, or you are, I hope you are, make sure you go and have a look around before they come through.
Then the sale starts itself 11:30 Saturday.
Yeah, I'll just mention, but on the Saturday at 10 o'clock, a group of the committee has put together a really great little tribute to the Australian stock horse. So there'll be people, doing polo cross jumping, a few things, bloke working a dog, all of those sorts of things, and that's at 10 o'clock Saturday.
Yep.
And then at 11 o'clock, the Honourable Anne Lay will be here to open the sale.
And then the sale kicks off from there. Again, live entertainment that night, and then Sunday selling basically 176 right through to 330, and that'll just go through until the end of the sale.
Yeah, we hope to finish earlier on the Sunday this year. We normally get held up pretty late on the Sunday, so just lets people get out of here.
That kicks off Sunday 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Sale starts.
7 o'clock sale Sunday.
Yep. You need that, and you can get one of those from the office. Make sure you come to the office and you get the full rundown of everything that's going. That's not exclusive for me.
No. Programs and catalogues are all at the Ray White office there, so make yourself known to them. But the most important thing is everybody have a great time, and it's a good time of year for everybody. We're coming up to Christmas and lots to see and do here, so I'd just like to say a massive thank you to our Dalby ASH committee, and also to the Ray White team. Put in an enormous effort. We really want to make it a great year, a 50th year. The other thing I didn't mention is $50,000 up for the Open this year, 50 for 50. And I think I should make a special mention to Rod Kay. We've got some fantastic sponsors and stuff, but Rod Kay's given 60 bits for prizes, which is a pretty special thing, I think.
Yeah.
Everything's special, but that's probably worth mentioning. And but again, the committee has just been fantastic this year and really having a great time. And I want everybody to have a good time.
And the unique part about it, and it is actually a celebration. So that's exactly what you're saying. You're celebrating 50 years. And then you have got your camp draft, you have got your sale, but it is a celebration. People come here and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
that's exactly
great.
Just very quickly, anyone that is watching this and wonder how you get involved in the sale, then with the camp draft, you said there with $50,000 on offer. It's basically if you buy a horse or you sell a horse is the way you get back into the camp drafts.
Yeah, there's incentive programs. So basically it's vendors or buyers from over time, and there's a set of rules, but that you have to buy horses to get into this event.
Which, as I said, I'm getting better at the camp drafting. These are great ideas, and I think it's a win-win for everyone, and then you become part of a big family, so it's a really great opportunity.
Yeah, and we actually restrict the amount of people that come into these drafts for that reason. We don't want a huge camp draft. We want a reasonable amount of people having a reasonable chance of winning money. That's our sort of goal in that.
And then that pushes the prices up for the people trying to sell the horses. So that's another win-win.
Yeah.
Rick, thank you. For the last chat you and I have, maybe until Sunday afternoon. We'll see how your voice is going at the end of it. We might have to do an official sign-off, but thank you for getting me here. Looking forward to covering. It's going to be a great few days with plenty happening right through. So thank you very much, and congratulations to yourself and the committee and everyone involved.
Yep, thank you, Paul. Have a good weekend, and same to everybody else.